Good morning, students. Today we will move to the next topic, the flower. Up till now we have studied that what is inflorescence. So the next topic we will start is flower. We all are familiar that flower, it is the reproductive part of the flowering plants, or we can say angiosperms. यानी वो पार्ट जो रिप्रोडक्शन में हेल्प करता है in the plants, that is the flower. So this is the reproductive organ of the plant, and other parts of the plant like stem, leaf, roots, they all are called as the vegetative parts of the plant. So as we know that it is the reproductive unit, so it helps in the sexual reproduction. Now see the diagram of the typical flower. Typical flower consists of a pedicel, जिसको हम स्टॉक बोलते हैं, स्टॉक ऑफ द फ्लावर, डंडी फ्लावर की. उसके बाद कैलिक्स, द टू और डिफरेंट लीफ लाइक स्ट्रक्चर्स दे आर प्रेजेंट इन द फ्लावर विच protect the flower in the bud stage. Then comes the thalamus part or the receptacle part. Yesterday we have studied about the thalamus, that this part it holds the all other parts of the flower. This is the swollen part of the pedicel. Now the next is the colorful part of the flower, that is the corolla. Corolla helps in attracting the insects for the pollination. Now the next part of the flower, they are the reproductive part of the flower. They are androecium and gynoecium. Androecium is the male part which is commonly called as stamen, and gynoecium is the female part which is commonly called as pistil. Now in total the typical flower consists of 4 holes. Holes means the part of the flower. They are calyx, commonly called as sepals, corolla, commonly called as petals, androecium, commonly called as stamen, and gynoecium, commonly called as pistil. Now the calyx and corolla, as they do not directly participate in the sexual reproduction, therefore they are called as the accessory organs of the flower. क्यों बोलते हैं हम इनको एसेसरी ऑर्गन्स? क्योंकि इनका डायरेक्ट पार्टिसिपेशन नहीं होता रिप्रोडक्शन में. ओके, दे आर हेल्पिंग इन रिप्रोडक्शन बट डू नॉट पार्टिसिपेट डायरेक्टली इन रिप्रोडक्शन. ओके, नाउ but if we talk about the androecium and gynoecium, as I have already discussed with you, these are the male and female reproductive part respectively. They directly participate in sexual reproduction. So they are the main reproductive organs of the flower. Now in some flowers, calyx and corolla, they are not distinct, they are not separate. Okay, and this is termed as perianth. Perianth is the condition when calyx and corolla is not distinct. Okay, so we should learn the new term, that is the perianth. So how will you define perianth? It is the condition where calyx and corolla, they are not distinct, they are not separated. Example, lily. In the lily flower, perianth is present. Now we will study about the different classification of flowers. The first classification, it is based on the presence of the reproductive organs. Now on the basis of the reproductive organs, the flowers, they are divided into 2 categories, bisexual and unisexual flower. Bi means 2, uni means 1. So here the name is suggesting us the meaning. Bisexual flowers means that in these kind of flowers, both the androecium and gynoecium, it is present in the same flower. Bi means 2. Sexual means 2 sexes, androecium as well as gynoecium, male or female organs, they are present in the same flower. You can take the example of China rose. China rose, or the diagram that I have made, this diagram is depicting the bisexual flower. Now we come to the another kind of flower, that is the unisexual flower. Uni means 1. The flower, it will either have male organ or इट विल हैव द फीमेल ऑर्गन। या तो उस फ्लावर के पास सिर्फ और सिर्फ एंड्रोशियम होगा या फिर सिर्फ और सिर्फ गाइनोशियम होगा। अगर एंड्रोशियम है सिर्फ तो उसको स्टैमिनेट बोलते हैं, और अगर गाइनोशियम है तो उसको पिस्टिलेट बोलते हैं फ्लावर को। इज दैट क्लियर? यू कैन टेक द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ डेट पाम। ओके, इट इज़ द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ यूनिसेक्सुअल प्लांट। Now on the basis of the symmetry of flowers, the flowers they are divided into three categories: asymmetric flowers, actinomorphic flowers and zygomorphic flowers. Asymmetric, the flower which cannot be divided into two similar halves by any vertical plane which is passing through the center. यानी ये वो फ्लावर्स हैं जिनको हम टू इक्वल हाफ्स में कभी भी कट नहीं कर सकते इन एनी प्लेन, एंड द कंडीशन इज दैट द प्लेन इज गोइंग थ्रू द सेंटर. सो एग्जाम्पल ऑफ द एसिमेट्रिक फ्लावर इज कैना. ओके, तो ये जो एग्जाम्पल्स हैं ये आपके नीट के एग्ज़ाम्स के लिए भी बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट हैं. नाउ कम टू द अनदर काइंड ऑफ द division of the flower based on symmetry, that is actinomorphic symmetry. Actinomorphic flowers, they represent the radial symmetry. Flowers, they can be divided into two equal halves in any radial plane passing through the center. मैंने अभी डायग्राम में डिपिक्ट किया हुआ है कि हम फ्लावर को किसी भी रेडियल प्लेन में अगर कट करेंगे और वो प्लेन सेंटर से होता हुआ जाना चाहिए तो फ्लावर क्या हो सकता है, टू इक्वल पार्ट्स में डिवाइड हो सकता है व्हेन वी कट द फ्लावर फ्रॉम एनी प्लेन विच इज़ पासिंग फ्रॉम द सेंटर. ओके, सो दिस काइंड ऑफ सिमेट्री इज कॉल्ड एज द रेडियल सिमेट्री. एग्जाम्पल मस्टर्ड, चिली, लिली, they are the example of the flowers which are showing the actinomorphic symmetry. Now come to the zygomorphic symmetry. It is represented by bilateral symmetry. The flowers which are depicting the bilateral symmetry, they are called as zygomorphic. So flowers can be divided into two similar halves by only one vertical plane which is passing through the center. यानी ये जो flowers हैं ये सिर्फ एक ही प्लेन के थ्रू टू पार्ट्स में डिवाइड हो सकते हैं. ओके, एग्जाम्पल इज़ बीन्स, ऑर्किड्स, कैशिया. कैशिया अमलतास होता है. ऑर्किड्स जो ज़्यादातर स्टेज डेकोरेशन में यूज़ होते हैं वो फ्लावर्स होते हैं. एंड पी फ्लावर. ओके, सो दिस इज़ द क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ द फ्लावर्स विच इज़ बेस्ड ऑन द सिमेट्री. सो ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ सिमेट्री द फ्लावर इज़ डिवाइडेड इनटू three types: actinomorphic, zygomorphic and asymmetric. Definition and example both are very important. Now we come to the another topic, that is the classification of flower on the basis of number of petals and sepals. अब हमने जो flowers हैं उनकी division करानी है which is based on the number of petals and sepals. So there are different kind of flowers. The flowers, they may be trimerous, they may be tetramerous, they may be pentamerous. Tri means three. So when petals and sepals, they are present in number of three and its multiple. Multiple means they can be 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, so these kind of flowers having the petals and sepals in the number 3 and its multiple, they are called as trimerous flowers. Then comes the tetramerous flower. Tetra means 4. So when the petals and sepals, they are present in the number 4 or its multiple, that condition is called as tetramerous. Then comes the pentamerous. Pentamerous flowers are the flowers which contain the petals and sepals in number 5 or its multiples, like 5, 10, 15. Okay, so जिन flowers के पास इस तरह से number of petals and sepals हैं, those flowers they are called as pentamerous flowers. Now there is one more structure which you should know, that is the bract. Bract is the reduced leaf that is present at the base of the pedicel. Bract small leaf like structures हैं, छोटे छोटे लीफ लाइक स्ट्रक्चर्स हैं जो पेडिसल के बेस पे प्रेजेंट होते हैं. Don't get confused between the calyx and bracts. Calyx are present on the base of the thalamus, but bracts, they are present on the base of pedicel. So they both are different. So the flowers which are having the bracts, they are called as bracteate flowers, and flowers which are not having the bracts, they are called as ebracteate. Okay, so this was the classification of the flowers based on the number of the petals and sepals. Now come on to the next topic, that is the classification of flower on the position of the ovary related with the other parts of the flower. In your book, the diagram is given which is showing us the hypogynous, perigynous and epigynous condition. I must add over here that this topic is very important in regard to your final exam as well as for your NEET exam. यहाँ से बहुत बार maximum of time I must say question comes from this topic. So first of the classification is hypogynous condition. Hypogynous condition means this condition is commonly called as superior ovary. As the name is indicating, here the gynoecium or the ovary, it occupy the highest position, and all other parts of the flower, they are situated below the ovary. So as the ovary, it is situated at the top, that is called as the hypogynous situation or superior ovary. We can take the example of China rose, brinjal, mustard, they all are hypogynous flowers. So these examples and the meaning of hypogynous is very important. Now come to the next condition, that is the perigynous condition, and which is commonly called as half inferior condition. Here the gynoecium, it lie at the center. gynoecium या फिर ओवरी कहाँ प्रेजेंट होती है? सेंटर में. एंड ऑल अदर पार्ट्स दे आर लोकेटेड ऑन द रिम. रिम मीन्स बाउंड्री ऑफ द थैलेमस. बाकी सभी पार्ट्स कहाँ प्रेजेंट होते हैं? ओवरी के साइड में प्रेजेंट होते हैं, एक रिंग में प्रेजेंट होते हैं. ओके, दे आर प्रेजेंट ऑलमोस्ट एट द सेम लेवल. सो दैट्स वाई इट इज़ कॉल्ड एज द हाफ इंफीरियर level. Okay, example rose, peach, plum. I hope you all are familiar with the term peach and plums. Now come to the third type of ovary, that is the epigynous condition. In epigynous condition, the ovary is called as inferior ovary because ovary, it lies at the base and all other parts grows above the ओवरी. यहाँ पर इन्फीरियर ओवरी है. इन्फीरियर ओवरी का मतलब क्या है? जो ओवरी है वो बिल्कुल नीचे प्रेजेंट है और उसके ऊपर सभी के सभी प्लांट फ्लावर के पार्ट्स प्रेजेंट हैं. ओके, वी कैन टेक द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ गवावा एंड कुकुम्बर. सो दिस वॉज ऑल अबाउट द फ्लावर. थैंक यू.